Okay, this arrow on the map shows where my apartment was. And here's the driveway that went into the apartment complex. Here's some friends of mine in the backyard with the apartments in the background. Inside my apartment, it wasn't much, but it was a lot better than living in the barracks. One of our favorite things to do was check out the sunsets every night. Here's a couple more friends, my landlord's parrots that live right outside. This map shows this hike we took from the top arrow to the highest summit on Oahu, Mount Kahala, right there in front of you. We went up this dirt road and up an access road. Took this self-portrait with my buddy Chili and a couple dogs. Here's a Google Map image of the tracking station and myself at the tracking station at the summit, which was a controlled area. Here I am as a barracks rat before I got the beach apartment. I'm in the middle playing harmonica. Alright, here's another hike we went on from Helemono Military Reservation, where I really was stationed, down in the jungle here to one of the lowest spots on the island. We used ropes and went down. It took a couple hours down to a river and set up camp. My buddy brought his guitar strapped to his back. Here I am playing my harmonica with a makeshift fishing pole. So we set up camp and we stayed there for a day or two on the weekends. That night we made shish kebab. Look at Yukon Jack, the dog, wanted a bite. Here's Richard at the beach. He got buried. And so did this car. It's up into the wheel well, the sand. We all had to move that car. This was at an ancient Hawaiian temple that's located above Waimea Bay on a bluff. They used to have human sacrifices there a couple hundred years ago. It was a neat place to visit. Learn some history about the island. Here's some more history. Here's Diamond Head. Took this picture downtown. And then I took this one on Tantalus Mountain, looking the city and Diamond Head crater. And from the soccer field, looking up at the crater. Now in this shot, in the middle, you see a small tunnel with the road. You drive, that's how you get through it. You come from the other side into the crater. And you park and find this path which leads to these stairs, goes in a tunnel. And you end up at the top of the volcano crater with these lookout bunkers up there, all stepped, bunch of them. And these were made after the war so they could keep an eye on ships in case they got attacked again. Here's my picture I got taken outside the bunker, and my wife's Facebook friend took this photo just a couple months ago. The same view out of coincidence. Here's a pineapple field where Helemono Military Reservation was. I'm on the left there with some Army buddies. This is the training area. It shows Koli Koli Pass in the background too. Here I am coming out of a field. We did a lot of training out there, of course, doing Army stuff like road marching. But we were field wiremen. We'd set up camp and then we'd set up communications. And these are the tools we used. One of them, tree climbing gaffs. And we'd climb trees and tie up the cables and set up communications to different trucks. Here's some empty spools in the truck. All this is, here I am looking down from up in the tree. There I am again. All this equipment, by the way, is obsolete now with satellite communications being used. So we set all this up, and then they make us tear it down and go set it up about a mile away and just keep repeating it. Look at this guy in the middle of the photo. He's like leaned all the way back. These were mock-up hangars that we used to back up the trucks, the deuce and a halves, to practice on the train, going into a plane. Here's my deuce and a half with all of our equipment in there. Here I'm in the barracks with a replica newspaper, and this is how I got around the island. I bought a motorcycle when I got there and spun that bike around the rock many times. Then I bought a car, a 78 Toyota Corolla Sports Coupe. Ended up bringing that home, ran it into the ground. Then I got out of the Army. I got a job in Hawaii, down in Honolulu. I created that logo and painted this sign for the print shop. And I worked for the readers here. And our print shop was right above Young's Chop Suey, located right across from the Helemono Mall. So when I first went in the Army, I had no hair. And shortly thereafter, when I got out, perhaps I had a little bit too much. And that's me today. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.